gentlemen, to another edition of The Real Honest Raider. I'm your host, Rick Grimes. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm pretty upset. There is a problem in today's NFL. All right? And the problem is that the NFL doesn't care about its players. The teams don't care about their own players. And I don't know if anybody I know or anybody even I don't know would look at this play from last week from Buffalo and say, yeah, that's a back and ankle injury. Instead of saying what we all know it would be, that's a concussion. And not even a good, that's a terrible concussion. Not a slight concussion, because this concussion that he received actually affects his motor functions. And that is a sign of significant brain trauma. So let's go ahead and watch the Bills part from last week and tell me in the comment section if you think this wasn't a concussion. If you think this wasn't a concussion, please do yourself a favor. Just see your way out. Don't even bother coming back. You're not real. You're not even a real fucking human being. So here it is. It doesn't show the play right here, but it'll show after this gets going. He looks back, sees a flag. Here's Tua. Nice late hit. Ball's already released. Homeboy throws the. There it is. There's the ball gone, and he just throws him. Bam! Hits his head. Does anybody think this is an ankle or back injury? Look at his hands. They're like all rigid and weird. He can't grab things. He doesn't have dexterity. He doesn't know where he is. He's like, what? It's really fucked up. Whiplash. Bam! Hits the dirt real hard. And you can tell he's like shakes his head, loses his balance because your equilibrium is in the cerebellum in the back of your head. And where did he hit? The back of his head. Concussion. Brain injury. All right? Now let's go to fast forward 4 days from now. And here's the play from last night. And I want you to remember that this man has a family. This man has people that love him. That he's not just a Miami Dolphin. Okay? He's not just a Miami Dolphin, and he has a life. That it's the same hit, just in a different way. Slammed down at the back of his head. You know what I mean? Slammed down at the back of his head, and motor functions are going to be affected. Equilibrium is going to be affected. He's already concussed. It takes weeks, possibly, to recover from the previous hit from the Bills 4 days ago. And yet, somehow, he was cleared to go back into that game and then cleared after showing significant signs throughout the week. Finally, that he clears protocol. And I mean, he clears his trainers, and they said it was a back and an ankle injury that was holding him out, not a concussion. So why this game? If you go back and watch the video, why was he so awful in this game? In the previous game, after getting hit, it makes sense because he threw the ball like short. He was throwing it inaccurately. It was almost like he was on instincts. He didn't have his natural talent because he's still recovering and it could take weeks. Then you watch this. Remember those hands from the last video? His like hands were making this kind of like rigid kind of I can't grab anything like with any dexterity. And then when you take another one like this to the head, this is what you get. This. He's not saying peace, brother. He's out cold. And his body is literally on life support. You understand what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen? The NFL have have just probably irreparably damaged this man's future life. And for what? For what? For a Thursday night fucking football game against the Bengals when you're 3 and 0? For what? Profit? If this shit doesn't fucking make you angry, if this shit doesn't fucking make your blood boil, that it couldn't happen to our rookie quarterback that the Raiders draft next year because the NFL doesn't give a flying fuck about anything except ratings and how to maximize profit. And this man is a victim of maximizing profit. His life didn't fucking matter. His life still to the NFL doesn't matter even after the fact. Everybody who watches this video and anybody who watched this shit last night, if you're a fan of football, if you're a fan of just the sport itself, this shit should scare you and anger you all at the same time, and it should outrage you to call for change. This cannot be allowed to happen, even if it costs teams playoff places, berths, Super Bowls, conference championships, AFC championships, you know what I mean, division championship. You know, nothing is more important than a human being's life, right? In all seriousness. And this guy's life was weighed, it was measured, and it was found to be not as valuable as the NFL's profit. This has been the Real Honest Raider. I'm your host, Rick Grimes. This shit right here, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. This league needs to be exposed for all of the dirty secrets it has. It needs to be exposed, and the regimes need to change. Everything from the top down, Goodell, all the owners, everything needs to change. I don't know if you have to replace people. I don't know if you have to, ban certain people. I don't know. But the owner of this team, should be in real hot water. And if this happened on a team, they should be shut down. Like it would be shut down. A company did this, they'd be shut down. So, a regular company, not the one that's protected somehow. Anyways, I'm Rick Grimes, and I'm really upset about this, and you should be too. Make your voices heard, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, and as usual, have a nice day.